Have you ever wanted a smart way to basically combine all of your meshes into one that are underneath a null? So in this project, for instance, I have this chair and it was built with a whole bunch of objects, and you can see all of the different objects there. And this chair is instanced all over this theater. Now, I actually want to combine this chair and have it as, I want it to be its own combined object, but also I want it to, uh, you know, be able to be instance all over the place still. And I want each one of these to be its own individual chair. That's a poly mesh or a polygonal mesh, not just an instance. I need to be able to edit this. Let's say I want a big meteorite to come in and blow all these chairs up. Well, I need them to be individual. So this project is huge, and it's got I've got some trussing back here and all kinds of stuff that has been instanced all over the place, and I want to uninstance all of this quickly, easily, and just get it done. So that's what this tool is. It's perfect for that. So you can see that it is every single piece of this chair. This is the way that it was brought in. Now it's still instancing this everywhere, but this is completely unhelpful. And maybe there's some helpful things about the material, possibility here. However, I don't need, this is something that is not useful for me. And so what I would like to do is I would like to basically preserve all of these instances and in these chairs and stuff, and I'll end up replacing all of these. But I want to preserve their rotations and the locations and all of this stuff. And so what we're going to do is these are all these symbols are all the things that are instanced all around this project. And for all of those things that are like that, what the first thing we want to do is we want to run the smart null processor on them first. So let me grab the window here. Okay, so first we're going to run the smart null processor, and that's just going to go through and combine any objects that it sees. Every single one of these nulls, if there are objects underneath it, is now combined that and turned it into one. And this actually goes out to the rest of all of the instances as well. You'll see that in a second here. So now that that's the case, now I have a ton of objects all over this scene. And let me show you where this belongs here. So these symbols are just the instances, but how that was brought in and how it gets copied around in this particular project is through all of these. So if I click on one of these chairs, you'll see that if I open this up, I'll scroll way down here and there is an instance chair. Okay, so here's all the instance chairs. This is just one row, okay? And it would take forever for me to click on every single one of these individually and uninstance it, because let's say I just want to, use some physics and blow up all these chairs or do something crazy. I can't really do that with all of these instances. So what my script is going to do is it's going to go in and find this. It's going to find every null that is at the top of some objects. So this would be the top of that, not this one, this one. And it's going to unparent all of these nulls. And that's the other script that I've provided here, is it's going to unparent all the nulls. And then, let's just do that real quick. So all of these objects, we want this all to be nice and clean so that we can select all of these groups or all of these nulls. And we don't want to select like this is a better example. It has like 3 groups high. We don't want that. We want to just be able to select all of the groups that have objects in them, whether or not they are instances or if they have geometry in them. And like you can see in this wall here, this wall has a couple, see this generic solid thing. we have three. We want to combine this and just be one. Okay, so the goal here is to do that. So what I'm going to do is click on, it's just super simple. I'm going to click on this top geometry that is going to select all of that, not the symbols. And we are just going to hit execute. And it's telling me these are as many nested nulls that are in there. And it wants me to flatten those, meaning to bring them out. And I say, okay. So great. Now that has been done, you can see now it left us a flattened from geometry group. And under this group now, everything, I mean, every single thing that had a group is out here. And this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to blow up all of those nested groups and just give me a big long list of all of the groups. And now that that's done, I can select all these groups. I'm trying to see the end here. There's quite a few. Okay. So here's all of the groups. And now we're going to go back to the Smart Null processor and execute this. And you can see in these groups that maybe that one didn't, and it will ignore groups that have only one object in them. But if it has multiple objects in them, like here, it has all of these, it will go through individually and make those their own object. All right, so let's hit this and you will see it work. Awesome. So that was a lot of objects and it burned through those. Now, if everything is done well, I should be able to delete these what they're calling symbols, but these instanced objects. I should be able to delete these and nothing happens. So let's see here. There's all these objects that should have gotten baked out. Great. So now you can see my project is intact. Everything's fine. And these obviously were not instance around. I noticed this about the project. And I think this is kind of unfortunate. Part of that, I think, is due to the fact that the origin, when it was brought in, the origin stayed at 000. However, these are all individual now. These are all individual now. So this is great. This is exactly what I want. Same with all these chairs. Every single one of these chairs is its own individual chair. And this is perfect for my purposes. So that is exactly what this script does. And it gives you the ability, and then, you could just select all of this and drag it out into one big group and then, start doing textures and all that kind of stuff or whatever you need to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the script and yeah, hopefully it works out well for you.